This is a recording of our playbook. Download the playbook, configuration spreadsheet, and ABAY lab environment from our website. Welcome to our whiteboard drawing, Enterprise 20 Dial Plan Build, Internal Dial Plan, Incoming Call Handling Part 1. In this drawing, we look at incoming call routing and incoming calling party settings. Let's start with a quick overview and review. For an overview of the Enterprise 20 Dial Plan Build, see our drawing, Dial Plan Build Overview. We discussed internal dialing in background drawings. Internal Dial Plan Part 1, Configuring Extensions on Lines. Internal Dial Plan Part 2, Problems with Configuring Extensions on Lines. Enterprise 20 Dial Plan Build, Site Codes and Patterns provided a solution for internal dialing, how to assign site codes and directory numbers, and partitions calling search spaces in translation patterns for internal dialing. This playbook provides a solution for incoming call handling, incoming call routing, and incoming calling party settings. We need to correctly route incoming calls. We have to use the digits sent by the PSTN to route incoming calls to the correct parties. We need to transform these digits to an internal number. Our service provider sends us digits to identify the called party number on direct inward dial, or DID trunks. The number of digits varies. 10 digits is common. The multi-site PSTN simulation sends 10 digits for all trunks and gateways. For the Enterprise 20 configuration, it doesn't matter how many digits are sent, so long as we get all the significant digits. The Ashbridges Bay site has an FXO port. The multi-site PSTN simulation uses a SIP trunk with just one number. These are the DID ranges for all 10 Enterprise 20 sites, and the mappings to internal ranges described in Enterprise 20 Dial Plan Build, Internal Dial Plan, Site Codes and Patterns. The DID range represents the digits the service provider sends us. Map to internal range indicates the internal numbers to which the DID range is mapped. We could use incoming called party settings for the mapping. These can be configured on the gateway or trunk or the device pool. We investigated using this mechanism because we would like to consolidate as much configuration as possible in device pools. After some investigation, we decided not to use this mechanism. Instead, we use the settings under inbound calls on trunks and gateways. Significant digits, the number of digits we care about, rightmost. Prefix DN. Prefix the significant digits with these digits before looking in the calling search space. And calling search space. The partitions will look in to find the number. This needs to be configured even if you are using incoming called party settings. You need to decide on the calling search space first. There are several options. A site-specific internal calling search space. At the Edmonton site, we could use Edmonton 810 Internal No 911 calling search space. This calling search space translates the 4-digit numbers used locally at the Edmonton 810 site for abbreviated dialing. For example, 6301 to the internal number 8810-6301. The Enterprise Internal No 911 calling search space. We translate the incoming digits directly to an internal pattern 8SSSXXXX. A gateway-specific calling search space. We would use one of these only if significant digits and prefix DN were not adequate tools for the translation. Enterprise 20 chose to use the Enterprise Internal No 911 calling search space. Every trunk and gateway to the PSTN gets the same calling search space. Simple. The incoming digits are translated directly to a DN, as opposed to routing through a translation pattern to translate to a DN. Again, we went with simple. We've written many labs that use site-specific internal calling search spaces. You might have run these in CIPT1 or CIPT2 classes. That approach works, but we think the above is simpler, and we recommend it. Enterprise 20 used this configuration for the Edmonton trunk settings. Significant digits. Set to 3 because we are translating the 4th digit from 8 to 6. calling search space. Set to Enterprise Internal No 911, calling search space. And prefix DN, set to 88106, so we will end up with 881063XX. Here are the significant digits and prefix DN settings for all 10 Enterprise 20 sites. The Ashbridges Bay site has 0 configured because we are modeling an FXO port. There's no one right answer. Where possible, we use the length of the site abbreviated dialing patterns at each site. We did this mostly out of habit. You can make other choices. For example, choosing the smallest value for significant digits. Here are the trunks for all 10 Enterprise 20 sites. The Toronto 55 site has both SIP and H.323 trunks. Once you have your site codes and internal patterns defined, it's easy to configure incoming call routing. Using information from earlier exercises, build a table indicating the significant digits and prefix DN for each of your sites, as shown in the table below for Enterprise 20. This table is from the Trunks tab in the Initial Dial Plan Configuration Information spreadsheet. Stay tuned for Part 2 of Enterprise 20 Dial Plan Build, Incoming Call Handling. Thanks for watching!